Hello. I think I'm live. If you guys can hear me, let me know by leaving a thumbs up in the chat right over where the chat is. Waiting for a motorized scooter delivery. That's cool. Tiffany, what's up? Hey, Jackie, Betty, Olivia, Kat. How is everyone doing today? Hey, Glenda. Hey, Kim. If I see your name and don't say it, or I do see your name and repeat it over and over, I'm sorry, I can't. It's sometimes hard to keep up with who I've already said hello to or not. But Draconified Shadow Dragon King, what's up? Rob said he's bored. Well, maybe this will entertain you for a few minutes. Probably not. But hello, Cassie. All right, how's everybody doing today other than bored? How is everyone enjoying their Tuesday, September 9th of 2025? Chilling before heading back to university on Monday. Well, that could either be a good thing if you like university or a bad thing if you're apprehensive about it. Either way, it's going to be a good semester. Is that what they call it? I didn't go to college or university, so I'm not sure. I almost did, but I'm so terrified of debt that I decided not to do it, and that's on America. But yeah, middle of my working day in Arizona, so multi-failing. I totally understand that, Johnny. You knew how much I needed a break from work, said Waverly Jean. I'm glad I could provide you some sort of a break from work. Busy getting out our huge Halloween setup, says Glenda. Now that's what I like to hear. Halloween decorations already going up. Started seeing Halloween decorations in stores in like July, so Bien, I hope I'm saying that right. Hello. Hello, Karen. Elenita. What's up, Chris and Anna? It's a good thing. Semester. Loving it. I'm in Ireland. Very cool. Home of my people. Kind of. Some of them. I've had a chill day here in the UK. It's 6:35 in the evening. Good evening from Sweden. Hello, Mamie. Saw y'all's video of Winchester Mystery House. It was creepy. Thank you. We're going to talk about the Winchester Mystery House here in just a moment. Hello, Diane. How's your day going? My day is going much better today. Ryan and I have been pretty ill the last couple of days, more so Ryan. We think we picked up a bug when we went shopping the other day to get groceries. And Sunday I don't know what that was. I just heard a sound in my ear. But we went Jesus. We went to film on Sunday and we got to the location and we both progressively just kept getting sicker and sicker with fevers and body chills and not feeling well. So we ended up having to cancel the place that we were filming. And luckily enough, we had a friend, in the area that let us come by and film at a location that y'all are very, very familiar with. So this weekend's episode is going to be a little bit different because it was not what we planned. But luckily, we're both feeling much better today and we're back on track. And I was coming up here to start editing some more on the podcast. And I figured I would just go live for a little bit before I do that, because with ADHD, anything to procrastinate around what you're actually supposed to do is what you do. You know? But thank you for asking, Waverly. It was hilarious when you all got lost in the mystery house. Yeah, that was 100% authentic. We definitely absolutely got lost in there the whole time we were there. Hey, Decula. Hitting the like button, commenting, and sharing are free ways to help the channel. That's so true. Kat, thank you so much. Thank you, Draconified. We're feeling much better. COVID is running rampant again. Yeah, we thought maybe that was it, but Ryan tested himself and it was not that, thankfully. Thank you, Michelle. We appreciate you watching. Hey, old woodworm, how's it going? 'Tis the season for bugs and viruses, the change of the weather and all that. Yeah, that's what I was telling Ryan. Like, all the kids are back in school now, so they're picking up germs. And when they go shopping with mom and dad, they're out there touching the carts and everything and just spreading the germs. And that's just how this time of year goes. But hey, Shelly, how's it going? The Winchester house made me so claustrophobic. Yeah, there were points in there, especially in that switchback staircase when we were filming, that being a larger person, I felt very confined and constricted in there. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. My son-in-law tested positive for ADHD. I totally get it. I'm sorry that he had to go and get tested for that. I know that's a lot to go through. It's very expensive and very time consuming, which is why I haven't done it myself. I don't have the money or the time really to do it. Some people get lucky enough where they're just their regular doctors will diagnose them with it, but a lot of the doctors like to play the insurance game and send you here, send you there, send you back here just so they can get kickback. So I just haven't done it. Hello, Suzanne. Some of those staircases were way too small. Yeah, they really were. Is this Chris? Yeah, they were much too small. But you know, I always try to remind myself that Sarah was a tiny little lady. So finally cut alive. It's been a while. Stupid chemo treatments have been keeping me from my PQ fam. Well, Victoria, I wouldn't say they're stupid chemo treatments. You know, they're hopefully making you healthy and healthier and getting back on your feet. And sorry to hear that you're going through that. Yes, I do take vitamin C every day. Hey, Kendra. All right, so I was just trying to give this a few minutes for everyone to get in here before I got started. So, yeah. So I've got a topic of things over here that I want to talk about. First of all, being the Winchester Mystery House, of course. If you guys didn't know, this past Saturday, this past weekend, our premiere was from the Winchester Mystery House. Now, for some reason, YouTube has once again decided to suppress this video a little bit. We're not sure why. During the premiere, it was one of the best premieres that we had in a very long time. And if you guys have YouTube, you know, or if you guys are content creators, you'll know in the YouTube studio, your videos get ranked like 1 through 10. And from the way that the premiere went, the video should have been ranked number 1, but it was actually ranked number 9. And that tells us that YouTube is not showing it out and they're not sending it to subscribers. They're not pushing notifications and they're overall just not recommending or sharing the video. So if you guys didn't know, you didn't get alerted. We did upload that episode from the Winchester Mystery House. And if I can figure it out, I'm just going to play you a little bit of it right now. Let me see. Aha. I think I figured it out. Can you guys see that? Look at that. All right. So let's just play a little bit of this and see what y'all think.
This very well could be one of the most infamous places that we've ever investigated.
What was that?
Sarah Winchester, she was the owner, designer, the creator of the home. They would ring the bells at midnight to summon the spirits to her seance room.
Oh, it's moving.
It's moving.
Oh!
In the house, you'll see doors to walls, doors to nowhere, staircases that go to nowhere.
I hate to say it, but I think we're lost. We're lost at the Winchester Mystery House. Yep, you caught it.
Okay, somebody's got to have chills.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
That was insane.
That was really cool.
That was really cool. What is that?
That was a scream. It was.
Oh,
was that?
what was that? I heard that.
I heard that. I hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, you see the tripwire go on?
I think I did that.
That's probably one of the coolest pieces of footage that we've captured in a long time.
What's up, guys? So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that episode, run over and check it out now. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'm gonna go back and read some of the comments here really quick. I love Anna's reactions to things. They're sorry, I'm confused. There we go. Her reactions are priceless. Good morning, Simon. Hey, Carissa. Hey, Debbie. Thank you, Karen. It was very much a different type of Estes technique with Anna there, and it was very cool. We had some really crazy things come through, and like I said, if you guys are watching and you haven't seen that episode, go and check it out because the Estes session was absolutely insane. Don't know if I've already said this here, but recently learned I'm going to be a granny for the first time next year. Congratulations, Dekila. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But do they take in consideration that members may have already watched the earlier premiere? So that's why, like, when we do a premiere, I will post a post out to the YouTube channel members to come back and watch the premiere live with us. That way it counts towards like a public viewing, if that makes sense. Tiffany says, I rewatched it last night. Thank you so much. Kim says she watched it twice. Thank you. Greatest trailer ever. It was a really good trailer. Love the episode. Just watched this the other day. It was amazing. Thank you, Suzanne. It's a very lovely house. Are there pictures of it before the earthquake? There are pictures out there of it. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was a 7-story mansion. And then when the earthquake hit, they brought it down to 3 or 4 levels. But there are some pictures out there of it. I remember seeing them in the house of what it looked like before the earthquake hit. And then if you'll notice while we're in the episode, we go into Daisy's room. And that was a room that was left as is, as far as I know, after the earthquake. So that's what it would have looked like in there. Why she never put the money into it to fix it, I don't know. Or maybe that was after she had passed away. I'm not sure. I'm bad about not watching the members one and only watch the premiere. That's totally fine, Tiffany. That's totally fine. It's a great episode. I loved it. I watched the premiere and later on a second time. I'm just not sure if it counts when the same IP plays the video multiple times. That's a good question, Woodworm. I don't know that much about IT or how YouTube works or how their algorithm works or whatnot, but I don't know. I wish I could give you an answer to that, but I don't have one. Never knew it used to be 7 floors. Yeah, it was. So if you can imagine, it was probably double the size that it is now. So maybe 20,000 windows and maybe 26 bathrooms and 220 rooms or whatever the double of all of that would be. I can't speak for all members, but I know I usually watch the early release on Friday so I can join in the premiere and be able to chat while rewatching. That's very cool, Victoria. Yeah, that's why we really try to get the member release, the YouTube channel and the Patreon member releases out 24 hours before the main episode comes out. So you guys get a chance to watch it, soak it all in, and come and hang out in the premiere and have a good time. And unfortunately, sometimes with like larger episodes or bigger collaborative episodes, we don't end up getting it out exactly 24 hours ahead of time, but that's just because Ryan can only edit so much per day and so quickly per day. So I almost missed the live. I was watching Adelaide Haunted Horizons. Rui, I didn't. Were the ladies live right now? If I knew that, I would not have gone live. Welcome back, Draconified. Welcome back. Italian Gentleman of Leisure. Hello. So the next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is actually Adelaide Haunted Horizons. If you didn't know, Ryan and I are going back to Australia in November, which is coming up crazy fast. I can't believe that's already almost here. And while most, or I think all of the ghost hunting events have sold out, there are still some tickets left for some of the speaking segments that we're going to do, kind of like a live presentation with Ryan and I, and of course Allison and Cag. What the heck? Oh, there we go. So that's the link. I'm going to jump over to the actual YouTube chat and put this in here so you guys can see it if you're interested in tickets. There it is. Whoops. Okay. So now that is there in the comments section if you guys want to grab tickets for that. There are a few left for each of the speaking events, and it's going to be a really good time. We had so much fun when we did that back in 2022, I think it was. Yeah, 2022. What about the curse? Well, I think it was right around when Allison announced that we were going to be doing this. There was a news report about alien invasion and the mothership coming. Literally, I think it was the day that she posted that. So be expecting the alien mothership to land while we're in Australia. Hey, Rebecca, how's it going? I'm looking forward to catching up with you guys again in Adelaide, says Rebecca. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see y'all again over there. I hope you can debunk the rumors about the alleged PQ curse. Unfortunately, I think that's the one thing that we cannot debunk. on this channel because it's very much real. It's very much alive. And even Chris and Anna witnessed it in hand while we were out there filming the Winchester episode. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. It almost got us. It almost got us, but we did not let it happen. Hey, Detective Lazaria, how's it going? If I fly out to Australia from the UK, is that a bit extreme? I mean, if you have the means to do so, why not? You know? Sorry, I literally squirreled out because I looked over and saw a squirrel climbing on the roof. Sorry. Allison said a while ago, tell Ryan eating bananas are banned from the event. Yes. Bananas are definitely banned from the event. Is Molly going on the tour too? We're gonna try. We're gonna try to bring her with us. I don't know if she'll survive the flight, but I think we're gonna try to bring her over there, as long as she survives from now until when we leave on the trip. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Hello in rainy UK. So yeah, if you guys want to come out and you live in Australia or you don't live in Australia and you want to come to the event, go ahead and grab your tickets now. There are a few left because they're not going to be there forever. They're going to sell out because all of the other events have sold out. So I'm just assuming that's going to sell out as well. So I'll go ahead and take that link off of there. But for those of you who live in the United States, there are a couple of opportunities if you want to come and hang out with us. First of all, being at one of our favorite locations in the world, the Anchorage Mansion, right in Marietta, Ohio. There are still 2 tickets left to this event. So if you want to jump on that bandwagon and come and meet me and Ryan at one of our favorite places, there are still 2 tickets left. And you better grab them while you can. It's for Saturday, October 4th from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. It's a ghost hunt tour / thingy. You can find out more information on their website. But yeah, Ryan and I will be there. Possibly Jason if he has the day off. But we'll see. So I'll go ahead and post that up there for you. That is the current linked link if you guys are interested in that. Happy to see you live. I'm happy to see me live too. I'm just kidding. Hope to see you in blank one day. I'm sorry I don't recognize that flag. That's very ignorant of me. I just don't. I don't know what that flag represents. I'm so sorry. Hey, Christina. Just put her in your lap. It's your emotional doll. That would be something. Wrap Molly in a blanket and pretend she's your baby. That's actually what we did to go out and film the Winchester episode. I wrapped her in a blanket and then stuffed her in a backpack and then stuffed her in my suitcase. And I bet the TSA agents had a field day with that behind the scenes. Do they ever get filmed? Pixie, what ever get filmed? Susan says, hi, Dave. I'm looking forward to the Anchorage. It's going to be a lot of fun. Cannot wait for that, you guys. Like I said, if anybody's watching, they're from around the area, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Michigan, Indiana, whatever, and you want to come out to this event, there are still 2 tickets left. So that is what I have pinned up in the comments section right now. Molly and Allison's koala could both get haunted together. That would be interesting. Shelly says, you guys need to come to Canada. I've been trying so hard, you guys, to find locations in Canada that will let us come in there and do a private paranormal investigation. And for one, and two, on the private investigation to not be like babysat and chaperoned around every single place that we walk, because that gets very annoying and it's very hard on audio contamination. It's very hard with setting up different instruments and devices because you never know who's going to walk in front of something or trigger something. It just makes it very difficult to do it that way. So I've never found a location where they don't follow you around and also allow private investigations. So if you know of any place that is already allowing private investigations and they don't follow you around, let me know, because we would very much go and check it out because we've been wanting to do that for a long time. Waverly says, I'm cutting my beach vacation short for the Anchorage event. That is crazy. You should not cancel your beach or cut your beach trip short just to come to the Anchorage. The beach is where everybody needs to be at all times. Need something closer to Oklahoma. I wish we could, Rob. I think maybe the beginning of next year, we're going to try to get down to the Texas area and do a few things. So maybe around then we can work something out. La Petite Boulin, hello. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Poland, okay. Sorry I didn't recognize that before. I'm an ignorant American. I'm so sorry. Hello, Christina. Sounds good, Mike. Sounds good. You guys ever going to come to the UK? That's also a possibility for next year. Maybe if everything goes according to plan, we're going to try. Have you ever looked into getting Molly professionally preserved? That sounds very expensive. But no. Your conventions. Sometimes they'll be filmed, sometimes not. Usually the ones that have to film it are me and Ryan, but it's kind of difficult to do the presentation and live stream and film. So every once in a while, like if Miranda is there or at the previous Greene County event, Dawson filmed for us a little bit. Can't wait to find out where in Texas, probably around the San Antonio area. There's a lot of places that you guys have seen and heard of over and over again, these locations, but it's somewhere that we want to go. You know, we have always wanted to go to these places and hopefully we get to. I don't know how you guys say it. My name is Reese. Well, hello, Reese. While in California, did you do other places or just a short visit for Winchester Mystery House? I went there with family. It was awesome. Sad we couldn't take pictures inside though or touch anything, not even the walls. When we were in California, it was a very short trip. I wish we could have stayed longer, but while we were there, we went down and tried to enjoy Santa Cruz a little bit, but that's where the curse came into play on the way down there. And we didn't get to stay as long as we wanted to. But, oh my gosh, if you heard that, I'm sorry. My stomach is growling. But one of the days we went and checked out Half Moon Bay and the Devil's Slide and the Devil's Bunker. We went and checked out, excuse me. Sorry. We went and checked out the Golden Gate Bridge and the fort that sits down below. And then we were just focused in on the Winchester house after that. Yes, the Black Swan Inn is on the list. The Highway 17 is Curse Highway on its own. Glad you tried to enjoy Santa Cruz. Yeah, Highway 17 was definitely cursed when we were there. Absolutely. Is there a food in Australia that you've missed and you're looking forward to eating again? Yes and no. So when we were in Australia the last time, you guys have amazing chicken parmy, is what you guys call it. It's completely different than our chicken parm here. And it was so good. I would love to be able to eat that again. But since the last time we were there, Ryan is now lactose intolerant. And I also have some issues with dairy. But also, since then, I recently, within the last 2 months, have found out that I'm gluten intolerant. So that's been a whole behind the scenes journey for me, is starting to live gluten free and all of that stuff. So it would just be about finding a gluten free option in Australia, which I was talking to Allison about, and she said that Australia is pretty good about gluten sensitivity and things like that. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Oh yeah, duh. And Alcatraz. We went to Alcatraz and had a hell of a time. And I'll let you deduce what that means. But yeah. Seeing Alcatraz just for what it is was absolutely incredible. It was one of the coolest things that I've ever done because it was always on my bucket list since I was a kid. You know, I first learned about Alcatraz by playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater because one of the maps was on Alcatraz. And ever since playing that, I wanted to go. So it was really surreal being there and getting to check that out. And we all had a good time aside from the tour. The tour was horrendous. The tour was awful. I would not recommend taking the tour when you're over there. I would just free roam if you can. Too bad you didn't get to go to the Whaley House in Old San Diego. I've heard about the Whaley House, but I've also heard that it's astronomically priced to get in there. So never really tried because of how expensive it is. That's a good question, Detective Lazaria. Yes, food intolerances do suck. Wow, 40 years vegetarian because of food intolerances. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, but I'm sure it's just second nature to you now, so. That's true. There are no ghosts on Alcatraz Island. I found that out the hard way and the very rude way. I think we told this story somewhere else, but we were on the island getting ready to start the tour, and the tour guide did her introductions and asked if anybody had any questions. So, you know, naturally, I raised my hand and asked about ghosts, and very rudely got shut down very quickly. There are no ghosts on Alcatraz. The natives spiritually removed all of the spirits from the island, apparently. But then later on, I was in one of the gift shop areas and heard them telling ghost stories. So I don't know if the lady was having a bad day or what, but did not like the tour. Yeah, the tours there just leave something to be desired. It did. There was so much energy there. Yeah. It was crazy. You could feel it, you could sense it, but you couldn't talk about it because they weren't there. You usually get love offers when you're investigating at brothels. Yeah, that's very strange, very weird. Uh, uh there have been some weird ones, like spirits wanting to have children and all kinds of weird stuff. I don't know. It's out there. If you guys know, you know. If not, I know it's a very strange thing to say, but I do want to talk about one more event really quickly. If you guys don't mind me running my jib for one more second. Whoops. All right, so the next event that I want to talk about is at the Greene County Poor Farm, which, you know, we've done events there before. We did the free subscriber meetup there not long ago, and that was a lot of fun. So our good friend Matt Cumberledge, who runs the Greene County Historical Society in Waynesburg, PA, had an idea to do a raffle drawing where, here, let me go ahead and put the link in the chat before I get distracted again. All right. There's the link to the event that I'm currently talking about. I've pinned it on the YouTube chat. So Matt came up with this really cool idea to do a raffle, a drawing, where you could buy tickets, and in October, I think it was October 5th. Let me just double check. Yes, October 5th, the winner will be announced, but the event will take place on October 25th. So basically what it is, it's your chance for you and 3 of your friends to win a private investigation of the Greene County Historical Society completely alone, just 4 of you and 3 of your friends, plus me and Ryan, and it'll be a very intimate investigation, very private investigation that we can have at the Greene County Poor Farm, and that way there won't be like dozens and dozens of other people there. We can actually do a real investigation and focus on what we're doing. So if you want to buy tickets for that raffle, just follow the link that I posted and is pinned at the top of the YouTube chat right now, and you could win. I think they're like, I forget how much each raffle ticket is, but you just buy your raffles, and Matt is going to announce the winner on October 5th. And then October 25th, you just come out and investigate with us, and that's all there is to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. But those are all of the event updates that I have. The speaking events with Adelaide Haunted Horizons in Australia in November, and then the event with Viva and the Hidden Marietta crew over at the Anchorage in Marietta, Ohio, and then the Greene County Poor Farm event. So hopefully those are some different events that you guys could have a chance to attend if you wanted to. But those are all of the update. Oh, yes. $5 per ticket. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. We got put in charge of the chili cook-off this year. That's kind of cool. I've never been to a chili cook-off, mainly because I don't like chili. Mainly because I don't like the beans that are in the chili. So I'm like a Texas chili fan. No beans. That chili cook-off I would go to. Please do events in the UK. I don't know how we would make that happen. That would have to be probably something that Allison and Cag would want to do because they are from there. They're familiar with everything there. And Ryan and I know absolutely nothing about anything over there. So Did I miss any new coffee and screams? No, not yet. I'm still currently in the process of editing it. It will be coming out soon. Yeah. I have just been trying to get my ADHD brain back into the rhythm of editing, and it's just been kind of a struggle. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. See you later, Decula. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, do you guys have any questions or anything that you would like me to talk about? I'm probably going to go for another 15 minutes or so, and then I'm going to jump off of here and jump into editing the podcast. Who is the little one in the background? She is my little doll that sits on my podcast desk area. So you will see her in the podcast whenever I get that uploaded. I forget where I got that doll at, though. She's very creepy. That's right, Shelly. Beans are the enemy. Beans are the enemy when it comes to chili. Love the new Ghost Chatter update. Yeah. You guys, if you didn't know, our good friend Connor from Paranormal Encounters has invented an app called Ghost Chatter. It's the newest, biggest, best app on the ghost hunting scene right now. You can go to the Apple Store or the Android Store and just type in Ghost Chatter. It's free to download. There are some premium features if you want those, though, but it is free to download and try. And yeah, you guys will love it. And I wish I could tell you what he's going to be releasing soon, but I just can't. But it's going to be absolutely awesome. And you guys are going to freak out when he releases it because nothing like it has ever been done before. And he is the one in the paranormal field right now making all of the right moves, all of the best waves for the future of technology and apps and whatnot in the paranormal field. So if that's your type of thing, go over and check it out now. I just want to say how much I enjoy your investigation. Thank you, Suzanne. We really appreciate that. They're a lot of fun to do. Is there a specific spirit or person you hope to have an interaction or contact with? Not really. I mean, I tend to usually hope that every spirit is at peace, so I really wouldn't want to talk to a specific spirit because then they might not be at peace, you know? Are you going to Europe sometime by any chance? I've answered that a couple of times, but possibly next year if we can make it work out, if YouTube stops like suppressing our channel. Do you and Ryan split editing? No. All of the episodes for Paranormal Quest on the main Paranormal Quest channel, all of that is edited by Ryan. It usually takes him anywhere from 50 to 70 hours per week to edit one episode. And we have done almost a brand new episode every single week for coming up on 6 years now. So he really puts in the time. He really puts in the effort to get these episodes up for you guys. And that's why it's been kind of really disheartening and disappointing lately, because YouTube has really been like suppressing our channel and our videos. And it's very difficult on our channel because we don't fake things. So most of these other channels have like 600,000 to 1 million subscribers, and they make like killer money here on YouTube because they're willing to sell out and they're willing to do the whole demon chasing thing, the whole religion thing, the whole exploiting of children in their videos, or exploiting of mentally unwell people in their videos for views and money and fame. And that's why their channels take off, because most of it's fake. And if it's not fake, they're exploiting people. And Ryan and I are just not willing to do that. So it's become very difficult, especially this year, wanting to go through the hassle of filming and editing and, presenting these episodes, because they just seem to do less and less and less because we keep it real. You know what I mean? While the channels that pander just take off because that they don't care about their credibility or what they're putting out into the world. So that was a long ramble to just say that no, we do not split the editing. I can't edit that fast to be able to put one out every week, and I don't have that kind of skill to put out an edited episode every week. What is your most desirable place to go ghost hunting all over the world? It's crazy to think now, because I always said Alcatraz, and now that you can't do ghost hunts at Alcatraz because ghosts don't exist there, I got to pick a new place. So let me think on that a little bit, and I'll try to come back to it. The microphone looks cool with the lights on it. Thank you. Some would say that Ghost Chatter is at least 25% better than any of the competition. I would have to agree with that. I would say it's at least 25% ahead of all of the other apps as far as ingenuity and honesty and technology and making it for the people instead of for yourselves, Anne says, I can't wait. Yeah, guys, go download that Ghost Chatter app and tell Connor that we sent you. Let me see. I would love to contact my grandfather. I really miss him. I totally understand that as well. I have a grandfather who passed when I was fairly young, and he made an appearance to my mom when he passed away in a certain way. And yeah, it would be cool to have some sort of interaction, but I've also just always had this thought or sense of knowing in the back of my head that they're okay, and that one day we'll all get to meet back up again. You probably already answered this, but how did you enjoy the Winchester house? Before watching the episode, my family watched the movie. Yeah, we had a fantastic time at the Winchester house. It was quite the opposite of Alcatraz. The people at Alcatraz were not very friendly. The people at Winchester Mystery House went above and beyond to make sure that the five of us were taken care of, that we were happy, that we needed everything that we had everything that we needed. And they were the nicest people there. And by five, I mean, yeah, 5. Guys, the only reason I graduated high school is because I was the only kid who was nice to the teachers, and every math class I failed. So, oh, it's getting windy. Demons. That's right. It's all about the demons. Demons eye roll. So everybody keeps talking about hyping videos. I don't know what that means. Could somebody explain to me what the whole hyping thing is? Because I really don't know. Connor is awesome. Yes, he is. You guys are the best legitimate ghost hunters ever. Thank you, Anxious Amy. I really appreciate that. Rolling Hills Sanatorium. If that's the place I'm thinking of, let me look really quick. I think that is the place that I'm thinking of. That is also that the person also has ties with. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of the. Hold on. Okay, so I think the same person who works with and for the Hinsdale House also does stuff at Rolling Hills Asylum. If that's the place I'm thinking of. And if that's the case, that's why we have not done it. Because that house is a load of crap. And at this point, I don't care anymore. So like if they wanna come on here or come on the podcast and prove that it isn't, you're more than welcome to. But that would be why. So sad I missed the Adelaide Ghost Hunt tours. Any chance of surprise extra dates? I cannot speak to that, Elizabeth. I know right now there are still tickets available for some of the presentations and talks, which also come with like a meet and greet and things like that. So if you wanted to hang out with us, meet us, and listen to us talk, there are still tickets available for that. But as far as the ghost hunting things, I believe those are all sold out, and I don't believe there's going to be any more dates. But if there are, you'll hear about it first from us and Adelaide Haunted Horizons. Allison is the one who, and CAG are the ones who are organizing all of that stuff. So. Is there a team that you would like to make investigations with? Says Destiny. I don't know. It would just depend. If somebody wanted to collab, they reached out and wanted to collab. Obviously, we would go on and watch their content and see what they are like, whether they're real, whether they're pushing demons, whether they're pushing or exploiting people who really just need help. Yeah, it would just have to be one of those things. That's why you guys don't see us investigate anymore with people that we used to, or you very rarely see us investigate with people anymore, because if we don't trust them or what they're putting out into the world, we're not letting them on our channel. Because in that case, then that could subject some of y'all to go and check out their channel, and then you're being presented with fake content, and we don't want that for you guys. Wow, I'm way behind on the chat. Sorry, guys. Are you planning any trips with Adele? No, I don't think we're planning any trips with Adele. No, I'm just kidding. I know you're talking about Adelaide Haunted Horizons. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff when we're over there in November, so just keep an eye out for that. My husband was saving up dimes, and then he passed away. Now I randomly find dimes in weird places. I always thank him immediately when I find one. That's really cool. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, it's supposed to help push your channel more into the algorithm. Interesting. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, Western West Virginia. Yeah, we've done many episodes there on the channel, over on the main channel. All you have to do is type in Paranormal Quests, Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. I was disappointed to see a mechanism under the Houdini table at Winchester. At first I was too, but the more that I sat there and thought about it, I just rationalized it to be part of their haunted house attraction. But they also have like displays and attractions for their tours, from what I understand. They have like little call buttons all over, and I think it's just part of a display for their tourism. I don't think it had anything to do with like faking paranormal evidence or anything like that. See you later, Pixie. Destiny, I'm not sure about that. Like I said, I don't really know too much about how to fix any of the problems on YouTube. That would have to be something that you reach out to YouTube support for, and they would be able to help you with that. But I'm going to go for about 2 more minutes, you guys, and I'm going to hop off of here and jump into editing the podcast. So if you have any final questions, let me know. A list of the most haunted places in the country isn't complete without mentioning the notorious Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. I would be inclined to disagree with you on that one, Mike. I don't think that it is one of the most haunted places out there. To be honest, we've been there several times and we've always pretty much left empty-handed or somewhat disappointed. I think that's one of those locations where the building and the architecture itself is more impressive than the actual paranormal activity that they boast or claim to have going on there. Or maybe we've just been very unlucky all of the times that we've been there. That's just my opinion, though. So this is a good question from Joey here. Aren't you ever afraid that the owners of the house or building themselves might secretly make noises or come up with something to set off the EMF? So this is why when Ryan and I go to investigate places or we hire places to rent or to film, we always make it known that we want as few people in the building as possible, if anyone at all. We always try to get them to have, if they're going to have somebody there, have just one person, or if they could like go and sit in their car while we're doing our investigation, or just they'll stay in an office room or something like that. And when things like that do happen, like if something happens and we think maybe it was somebody who was involved with the building, we will absolutely go and investigate that and try and debunk it. We will confront them. We'll talk to them about it. And then at that point, it's up to that person and that business and that location to have the wherewithal to be credible about what they're doing and what they're saying and what they're putting out into the world. And if they want to fake any type of evidence or history or anything like that, that's totally on them, which is why we generally let the location owners tell the history and the hauntings of their property. So if something is misconstrued, that comes back to the people who run the location that are putting the information out there and not us. So we just let them speak what they believe to be their truth is for that location. Does that make sense? I don't understand the whole filming fee that is charged at some locations. So I can get behind charging people to come in and do investigations. I understand that that money is used, hopefully, or should be used to put back into the buildings and to keep them up to code and, you know, safe for people to be coming in. But when you get these locations that charge you, like Christina said, a filming fee on top of your booking fee, that just becomes ridiculous. That's when greed is coming into the situation. And then on top of that, you have places that when you pay to film there, then they own your footage no matter what you do with it. So, and then they have to approve whatever you put online. So it's kind of like forcing a narrative for a location. That I don't like. I don't think that's right to charge somebody just to put something on YouTube, and I don't think it's right to charge somebody for a fee or for a service and then you own the intellectual rights to their footage. You know what I mean? That's just going way too far with it. How is Steve doing? Does he still have his museum? Steve is recovering well. From what I understand, he's doing fine. As far as the museum goes, I think that's still something on his to-do list as he's getting back on his feet and trying to get back to some normal semblance of life there. See you later, Debbie. Yes, they're absolutely taking advantage. That's for sure. But all right, guys, I think I'm going to jump off of here. Like I said, make sure you go and check out the Winchester Mystery House episode that we did. And then also go and grab some tickets to some of these events that I was talking about. Come out and say hello to us in person and do some investigating with us. I did see that. Yep, they are charging to investigate at the Warren Museum. And then they also charge you to review your footage to make sure that it fits their story that they're putting out, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sitting here listening to me run my mouth for over an hour. And I will talk to you guys later. And again, make sure you go and watch the new episode.